I'm Siân Hughes and this is my novel Pearl, published by Indigo Press earlier this year and now longlisted for the Booker Prize. I wonder if the risen dead are supposed to come back the same age as when they died. Good luck for my mother if they do, less so for my arthritic great-uncle. I think of great-uncle Matthew, whose marker stone is nearly obliterated in lichen now, next along from the one we're dressing, going up for his afternoon nap in the nursing home, gnarled hand tight on the banister, one step at a time. He'd have trouble getting out of the grave with his poor swollen knees. He always paused part way up the stairs to say, Cesar Siricipit in Hiberna. Caesar retired to his winter quarters, which he claimed was all he remembered of 5 years of grammar school. I thought it meant I'm going to have a nap, till I looked it up in the college library. None of the others wants to come, my father, my brother, they never do. When I say to them, everyone goes back for the wakes, my father gives me his long, sad look. He's been telling me since I was 8 years old that my mother is never coming back. He doesn't have to bother with the words now. I know what that look means. But if she did, where else would she try to find us? And how else would she know me, except by my sitting on the marker stone, looking more or less as she did 30 years ago? How else would I know her? If she turned up in the graveyard and needed proof of who I am, I'd sing her a song. I'd sing her Green Gravel. Sometimes I sing it for her anyway, if I'm hanging out washing or driving alone at night. I think of it as my song, though I'm old enough to know now it's far older than I am, far older than the baby my mother sang it for all those years ago. Green gravel, your grass is so green, the fairest young maiden that ever was seen. I'll wash you in new milk and wrap you in silk, and write down your name in a gold pen and ink. As a child, I had no idea it was a grave she was singing about, a green grave. I thought it was about gravel, the stuff on the drive that washed down the lane when there was a rainstorm. And who is being buried? New milk must be for a newborn infant, the fairest, purest creature, untouched by so much as a minute of life. All the time I thought she was singing it to me. She was singing it to that other child, the one with the marker stone the size of a shoebox, a single date on it, birth and death in one. I find myself starting conversations with her in my head, even now. When I had Susanna, I looked over my shoulder for her. I looked up from my daughter's new face and realised I was looking for my mother's eyes to meet mine, to agree with me she was the fairest young maiden that ever was seen. I waited for her to join in the singing. I started looking around for her and crying. The midwife asked if there was a family history of postpartum psychosis. I said no, only grief. There's a family history of grief. You can pass it on, like immunity in the milk, like a song.